Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Greetings. alishanmao here. Question: why I haven't posted an assembly and build video for SkyMule X480 CH53 Sea Stallion inspired military cargo RC helicopter? Why? Find out in this video. So with my past experiences of the design and the things that I have learned, I thought my next design has to be so simple that I don't have to do any assembly video. When people buy it, print it, or get the printed parts, when they look at the parts, they will know it is just a straightforward, simple job. And yes, it has a retracts as well. So let me give you a closer look at it. Right, let's begin. Take a closer look at the SkyMule X480. It is as simple as it can get. First, the components and how you assemble the fuselage. It's very, very simple. I went with a whole big tail section and I printed it in one, and actually it did the job, but it took many, many hours and people don't like it. So I split the tail into two. So you have rear tail and the mid tail right here. That is your tail section. After that, we have a rear fuselage bottom part and the front fuselage bottom part, for which they have their own top covers separately. Okay, then we have a nose and the fuel tanks right here. Okay, one here and one here. Now the design is very simple, less gluing required. The tail sections right here, two of these, they will glue together. The whole tail will glue on the rear fuselage bottom part. After that, you will glue the front fuselage on this, and that's all gluing you have to do. Apart from that, the only gluing comes for the cosmetics after these 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. Rest is all cosmetics. As you can see, there's a refueling tube, there's a large radar on the nose. The concept for this is actually hollow, and it has a use not just for scale looks, but also it is hollow, and you can open this cap right here with the screws, and you can put in some weights or stone in it so you can balance the CG. Yes, balancing the CG in this helicopter is a big challenge because you have a whole lot of tail right here, you see, and that's why it was a challenge. So you know, the front big radar is a blessing right here. You can put some stones in it and balance the CG right. Okay, after the gluing, the parts like top covers, they are installed with self-tapping screws. So you have 3, 3, 6 here, okay, 7, 8, 9, and 3 and 3, 6 there. So a lot of self-tapping screws. I did this because they look like rivets and they make more realism. Okay, so top parts will go with the self-tapping screws, and after that you can install the fuel tanks on both sides with self-tapping screws as well, as you can see. So it's very, very easy. You can remove these wings anytime you want. You can remove the top covers anytime you want, and it makes it easy for you to access the inside of the helicopter to tune your retracts or install or repair or replace the servos. I mean, you can do everything with the retracts after removing the top and the sides. And of course, on the nose, you can also remove it or simply pull it down and do your work in it. Okay, the process is very, very simple. First, you will glue the tail unit, and then tail unit will glue on the rear fuselage. Rear fuselage will glue on the front fuselage. You will not install any of these cosmetics, top covers, fuel tanks, or anything on the nose. Okay, what you will do is you will install the mechanics on the base plate, and just like my every other design, there's the base plate. Your mechanics will install on the base plate with 4 screws, and it will slide in easily, just like changing new clothes. Once the mechanic slides in, there's one screw under the helicopter. You will put that in, and your mechanics will be secure. It will not move forward and backward. But most important, you will have to install these 2 pieces, one on the right side and one on the left side right here. These 2 pieces will hold your mechanics inside the fuselage secure and make sure it does not rattle on the top, because if you don't put it, your mechanics will rattle inside and may cause crash right there. So don't forget this. Now to install this, obviously you will have to put this top cover in, and you can see there are self-tapping screws right here. So no gluing required. Just put these self-tapping screws and then install this part right here, and it also has self-tapping screws, or you can simply glue it if you like. It will become permanent on the top cover. No issue at all. You can easily remove the top cover, and make sure to remove these two screws, one at the left, one at the right. You can remove the top cover and slide the mechanic out. Okay, so it's very, very easy. After this, you will put the front top part, and again, it has self-tapping screws. Okay, you will put it with self-tapping screws, no gluing required. So later, if you want to remove your mechanic, you will just have to remove this part, front top cover. You have to unscrew these two top screws, one on the bottom of the plate, and you can slide the whole mechanics out easily. Now, the nose is installed. As you have seen, I have installed it with the TPU hinges. Really strong and nice, work like a charm, man. Just go with the TPU hinges. They are stronger, more heat resistant, and better. Very flexible. These are living hinges, and they will do the job perfectly. So this is how easy it is to actually install the mechanics in this helicopter. It's just like changing clothes for your FW450 V3 mechanics. Make sure you extend the tail rotor cable at least 5 centimeters. Okay, so once you insert that connector into your FW450 V3 mechanics, you will run your tail rotor connector, which will end right here. And so just about 5 centimeter long extension on the tail rotor cable will do the job. Once the helicopter is sitting on its retracts, you can actually open the tail door, and now you can see there is a lot of area for you to actually put your hand inside, and you can easily connect the USB cable on the H1 of your mechanics, so that configuring the H1 with the assist program actually gets easier. Now you can also configure this tailgate with the rear retract servo, so that when the landing gear is coming down, the gate will open automatically. Okay, or you can keep it simply manual. I have installed the magnet there, so it's very easy to open and close this gate. By the way, I'm going to design a small machine gun tripod, or a soldier with a tripod machine gun to sit right here for extra realism when taking pictures. So stay tuned for that one. Now for the retracts, they are very, very simple. Let me show you these clips so you know how easy it is to configure the retracts and how they actually work very well. Now, my consideration that I put into design bears the fruit. So yes, I made these fuel tanks removable instead of fixed ones, because you can remove them and you have plenty of space here. Why waste it? You can put your receiver and your cables, noodles, mess, everything neatly comes down here. And landing gear down. Yes, mashallah, works beautifully. And the front one, sweet. So this was very easy process. What I did is glue the parts that needed gluing. Then I went ahead, made a custom cable for the retracts, where I power the servos using a U-back and just take the signal and black ground to the receiver channel 6. Okay, so the next step after gluing was to install the retract servos and tune the retracts. All right, once the retracts were tuned, then I went ahead and installed the mechanics in it, and after that all these cosmetics are very, very easy to install. And once your helicopter is ready, man, it is absolutely a pleasure and simply an attention-grabbing beauty. Mashallah, mashallah, an attention-grabbing beauty in the air. You have seen it in videos. All right, so you see, this is by far one of the easiest to assemble and configure helicopter fuselage for FW450 V3, and that is the reason I did not make any how to assemble or how to install mechanics video tutorial, because really there's no need for it. I just need to explain this thing and show it to you how everything is done. Alright, still, if you cannot install it, if you cannot assemble it, I'm here with my services to assemble and ready to fly helicopters for you. Just let me know. Otherwise, if you need help, feel free to connect with me anytime, and I'll be more than happy to guide you for the assembly and setup of this helicopter. Have fun. Now, I'm sitting here and thinking, which one should be my next helicopter design?
Crash, rebuild, bounce back, that's what I do. Crash, rebuild, bounce back quick. We in the dirty south, ain't no one slick.
And slowly. Beautiful, man. Now this beauty, we are supposed to fly it nice and slow and scale.
14 minutes.
Oof. As you can see under it, two green hinges. Those are TPU hinges that I actually printed, and they work better than 3D printed hinges. They are living hinges, and they open the nose downward, and actually they work better than 3D printed hinges. They are stronger and more heat resistant than 3D printed hinges. Man, this baby is mashallah beautiful. I cannot see. This color is very difficult to see. But in its real habitat, man. In its real habitat. I'm very happy. My months, more than a month of hard work, the design inspired by CH53 is alive and mashallah beautiful.
Minutes.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Clear prop. 12 minutes.
Slow takeoff, baby. Landing gear in. CH53 inspired Sea Stallion. This is CH53 Sea Stallion. This is CH53 Sea This is CH53 Sea Stallion. This is CH53 Sea Stallion inspired SkyMule X480, baby. One of my best works. Of course, after one of my another best work sitting right there on the ground, the Mi-24 Hin inspired RC helicopter. Actually, I worked on both of these helicopters for more than a month, and I'm really happy that they both turn out, mashallah, beautiful. They fly really well, they look really nice, and both of these helicopters have retracts. Battery must be dying. Let's land this baby. Ah, nice cool wind, man. SkyMule X480, people. Now, we have saved enough lives of the pigeons and stopped them from, you know, migrating. Let's fly the Hind, the Warcroc X4. Let's fly the Warcroc X470, the Hind Inspire gunship, and let the pigeons pack their bags for migration again. And once they will do, we will fly the SkyMule and bring them back home. Enjoy, people, enjoy.